Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet and welcome to the stage, Mr. John Crestani.
Good to see you. Love you, man. Oh, cool. What's up? Hey. Hello. What's up? Hey, cool. Is this working? Cool. What's up, everybody? How are my elite VIPs doing? Woo! You guys ready to get some serious? We're gonna pack some serious bonus time in this. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna go over some stuff. None of the results are typical. There's a little feedback here. I think I shorted the mic thing out. So yeah, really excited to go over this stuff. Hopefully you guys learn a lot. I don't know how many people here have seen me are already familiar with me, just so I get a raise of hands. Okay, so roughly like a third of people. So a little about me. So first I'm gonna go into, how many people here have seen me on the leaderboards of AWOL? Everybody. Yeah, so I'm an affiliate for AWOL. I've been an affiliate marketer. I'm currently doing about $500,000, or I did $561,000 in my business last month. Don't have anybody working for me. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Work from home. I have a little 4.5-acre horse ranch in Malibu, and thank you for fixing the feedback. And what's great about what you guys are learning, and the fact that you guys are here today is so unbelievable. You guys are serious action takers. I believe, affiliate marketing is the best route to freedom. It's the easiest place to get started. It's the best place to get started. And literally right now, there could not be a better time. There could not be a better business environment. There could not be a better, all the things are aligned. So what you're doing right now is you're in the place to be. So take this stuff seriously, make it happen, and let's do it. So, yeah, we're gonna keep. We've been winning. We're gonna keep winning. There's gonna be so much winning. You're gonna come to my office and you're gonna complain about winning too much. So I started in 2011. I had less than $2,000 in the bank. I was working as an analyst at a company. I had no prior skills coming into this, so it wasn't like I was like a great video editor. I was naturally, like I was an actor, or I had any, programming training or any of that stuff. Really started out from just bare basics, and I was like, how do I make money online? Like, Googling that. I had my first $1,000 profit day. I had no prior skills, but I believe I had the right mindset. I will say that to my credit. I'm an incessant action taker. I've always been big into sports, and it's just like, just go. Like, just jump into things, go, even if it feels uncomfortable. I'm just gonna do it. If there was a cute girl on the other side of the room, I walk up to her and I say, hey, what's up? So, and I think so you don't need to be extroverted to make this happen, obviously. It's just about taking action on the keyboards. Had my first $1,000 profit day in 2012. I was advertising a survival program, which helped people with like preparedness for when there's a financial collapse. It was a program on ClickBank called Family Survival Course. It had a video sales letter, and I put an ad on this site called Godvine.com, which is like a Christian video sharing site, and it did really well. I started making over $1,000 profit a day. I quit my job. Had my first 7-figure year in 2000, or my growth was 2012. 2013, I made like $300-some thousand. 2014, I made $900-some thousand. And 2015 and beyond, I've been making 7 figures per year. Have a wife, baby. I'm pretty out. When I'm not in Vegas, I live a pretty mundane life, just kind of running, doing kind of adventure sports, hanging out with my wife and kids at my house. And That's what I like doing. So, how do I get, let me get to the next slide. So that's my story. So, okay, great. So, so there's still a little feedback on there's like a buzzing noise. So what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is how to use YouTube ads to drive sales. I spend thousands and thousands of dollars every single day on YouTube ads to create sales for Kiala. Kiala has an amazing program he's made for you guys. I'm so excited to be an affiliate of AWOL Academy, because what you guys are learning here is, I was talking to Kiala last night about this, and I have so much respect for him, because he, just anybody, what you're supposed to do is sell people what they want, but he goes the extra step and he gives you what you really need, which is, I believe, like, a lot of people just stop and they're like, okay, I sold something, but Kiala really takes, like bringing in John DeMartini and all that stuff, he was referencing that conversation, amazing. So the mindset is really the biggest stumbling block for a lot of people. I'm going to go into the blueprint about how to use YouTube ads to drive sales, how to choose your targeting for YouTube ads, so who you're showing those ads to, how to do the settings, which is what trips up a lot of people, how to create an effective YouTube video ad, or obviously Kiala's given you ads that you can literally just use that are already working. So you have the format, you have the actual like franchise there. How to choose an effective landing page. So where do you send people after they've watched your ad and they've clicked? Where do you send them? And how to choose a proper product to sell them. So why YouTube? Why YouTube? YouTube is, first off, it's extremely cheap. It's, we're paying like a penny for a view. The fact that I can get somebody in the US's attention for 5 to 10 minutes for a penny, that is unbelievable. It's far below, like what the average minimum wage is, if you're using that as a barometer for how much somebody's attention is worth. You're paying a penny for 5 minutes of somebody's time. So it's a great way to reach people. The second thing is Google wants to work with you. I spend thousands of dollars per day on Facebook ads as well, but Facebook ads can, they don't really offer any support. They don't, whereas Google, which owns YouTube, really wants to work with you, and they'll help you out. You can have their reps even help set up your ads. The reps suck, but at setting up ads, but they're nice, they're friendly. You can communicate with them, and that's helpful. It's extremely unsaturated. People don't understand. It's because people don't understand how YouTube ads work. People don't really talk about it. And by being in this room today, you will now have privileged information that really just nobody else knows. Nobody gets this stuff. And what's crazy about the internet is the internet itself is so unsaturated. The fact is that as direct response marketers, we can go out and make profits on spending money on ads. And these big companies like Citibank or Wells Fargo or all these other big companies have no idea how to acquire customers online yet. They can afford to acquire customers at a loss because their valuation is not based on, their valuation is far above the amount of revenue they make. So they can afford to make 10% ROI on ads, and they're doing fine. So they don't know. It's so unsaturated right now. There's less regulations on YouTube. You can basically put up anything you want. I've had an ad disapproved once, and it's also very easy to build a following if that's something you want to do. So actually, I'll tell you a slight story. One of the first products that I was an affiliate marketer for after the family survival course on ClickBank. I was an affiliate marketer for a company called Regal Assets, and they did gold investing. They did gold rollovers to your 401k. So The audience, it's basically you're taking the company, what they did was kind of like the Glenn Beck, Rush Limbaugh, Fox News type audience. There's a lot of people who wanted to move their money out of stocks and into precious metals, or at least a portion of their assets, and they facilitated people to make that transaction, and the average deal was about $80,000. I got, as an affiliate, if I sent them leads, if I sent them people who were interested in rolling over a portion of their 401k or IRA into gold, like very niche market, right? Like this is like super small, or it sounds super small, but I would get 3% for referring that, those people. Now you might be thinking to yourself, this is a super niche, super small, audience. Now it's and a super high transaction. How are people going to make those sales? I was sending them millions of dollars of business per month just by advertising on Google. So I came to love Google because I would spend about, I'd spend about $10,000 and I'd make about, I got up to $100,000 per month with that company. My general range was between $25,000 to $50,000 per month, and I was just advertising on keyword searches on Google, and I was just ranking for keywords of their competitors, such as Goldline, Rosalind Capital, Lear Capital, Blanchard, Birch, etc. So I like Google, but there's lots of traffic sources all work, and yeah, YouTube's good to build a following. So targeting. So how to do your targeting in YouTube ads. Now this is where we're gonna get into bonus time here. I want to hear some bonus times. Come on, let's get this amped up. Okay, guys, get your notepad out. I'm gonna ramble off some stuff. I'm gonna go into specific keywords, specific interests and stuff. So I'm gonna throw this out at you guys. I say take notes. This is the exact targeting I use. How many people have bought any ads, period, by the way? Okay. So advertising, so I see roughly like a third of people have. So what you have to understand about advertising is in the olden days, to sell things, you had to knock on people's doors and go to their house, okay? 20, 30 years ago, it changed to where you had to actually call people up, and you have leverage now. You have that leverage. The fact that we can use ads to reach people and get people's attention is unbelievable. It creates such a massive amount of leverage if you are not using it to your advantage. We're using ads to deliver our sales messages, whatever we're selling, ketogenic diets or, gold rollovers. So use them. This is and it's a skill, and it's really important to learn how to use this stuff. So the targeting I use on YouTube is, and this is the first time I've ever talked to groups of people about this. So this information is like super privileged. But you guys rock. Okay. So keywords around channel names. So I use keyword targeting, but I'll target actual names of channels. So it'll be like Project Life Mastery, right? That's a popular blog. Or I'll target like Ecom Dudes or Jungle Scout. That will be the keyword I use. I don't actually target the channel in the placement section itself because for whatever reason, YouTube, remember, every ad network has its nuances. Just like YouTube ads, you can't use the word money or millionaire, or millions, or your ad will get disapproved. YouTube, one of its nuances, it doesn't give you a lot of traffic if you use like channel placement targeting. So use the keywords, do keyword targeting, and use names like Alex Becker, Sam Ovens, Ty Lopez, etc. John Crestani, Kiala Kane, etc. I have a YouTube channel, small, but trying to grow it. The other thing I target is interest. So I target in-market. I target some in-market audience. These are interests. The interests I target are like web design, people interested in web development. There's people that have expressed interest in payment processing and services. Yeah, those are the three big ones. Okay, so those are like really targeted interests, but they work extremely well. And the other targeting method that I use and have had success with are custom affinity audiences. And it's a little more advanced. There's less information about it. Up until I think a month ago, it was a feature you actually had to get on the phone with your Google rep and ask if they can add it to your account, the feature, because it was in beta. And you create custom affinity audiences around people who have visited websites like, like Ty Lopez or Grant Cardone or whatever, .com. Let me get this slide thing. So ad settings. Ad settings, this is one of those things where people can get a little tripped up about because it's like these little settings and they can have a big effect on what you do. Now, I understand some of this stuff may be foreign, but again, and may get annoying, but remember, you have such incredible leverage. It is worth it to learn this stuff. And also with AWOL Academy, they're literally showing you exactly what to do. You can look at the screen, go through the videos, and see exactly what they're doing. So that's powerful. Now, what I do is I set a monthly impression cap of 1. What does this mean? A monthly impression cap means I don't show my ad to a single person more than one time in an entire month. Because if I have let's say I have $20 to spend, and let's say that $20 is 2,000 people, right? Would I rather show, or I'll just say, I would rather show my ad to 2,000 individual people once rather than 20 people 100 times. There's actually, I think it's like a exponential decreasing curve, or I forget what the actual way you can look at it is, but basically you have the highest chance, you're going to have the highest ROI showing your ad to as many people as possible, as few times. I also turn off embedded videos, games, and lives. These are things you can see in the ad settings. Again, this is like somewhat advanced training, so I'm trying to like really pummel you guys with the bonus time stuff. That's what I heard. Nobody's yelled out bonus time. What the hell? I was like, I want to get some bonus times. You start bids at 15 cents and then start lowering those bids once traffic starts coming in, because you want to set your bid high. The way YouTube's algorithm works is they'll say, oh, he's got his bid high, like we're going to throw some traffic on them, and then you can lower it once they do that. I do in-stream ads, so I do those ads that pop up before, that annoy the heck out of people, that pop up before videos. That's, one of the, I'm sure everybody's seen the AWOL Academy ad. And they do in-stream ads. I use companion banners, so they're these little, they're these little, like, I just put a button up in the corner, and it's a little setting in YouTube, and I insert calls to action within the video targeting settings. So I can't really show, I don't have a screenshot, so I can't show it, but if you just remember that or write that down, it'll help. Well, let me actually go back. So I was actually talking to a friend of mine wanted to get into affiliate marketing, and he was, I'd been like sharing some stuff with him. He actually, it was his son. It was my friend Jamie Oler. He's in North Carolina. He's an internet marketer, and he was like, yeah, I want, but he's built up like a following. Like that's his thing. Is he has like a following of people and an email list and all this stuff, but he wanted to give something really simple for his son to start. And he said, affiliate marketing, obviously, right? He doesn't have to have a product. You don't have to have a pre-existing audience. You don't have to have much money to get started. It's simple. So he got started, and he said, my son, he launched some ads, but we're not getting any sales. We're not even getting any order form impressions, or not many. It seems like things aren't working. And I looked at his ad account, and the only thing he had done everything right. He had targeted the right audience. He had put up an ad that converts. He was using he was sending traffic to a good offer. And the one thing, I looked at his account, that the one setting he was doing wrong was he was showing most of his traffic to mobile devices. He didn't exclude mobile devices. And for this particular offer that he was promoting, mobile doesn't convert very well because it went to a long-form sales video. People aren't going to sit around and spend a lot of money and spend a lot of video time watching a long-form sales letter on mobile, not as much. And they're not going to spend high-ticket amounts. So they changed that around. It was just that one setting, and they started making money. And his son's 13, so that's really exciting. So the point is, it's little settings, and what's great about this is if you've been working at this, if you've been struggling, and if you've been saying, it's not making money yet, why isn't it clicking? You could be that far away from having it work. And that's the power of this industry, is one little tweak can be tens of thousands of dollars per day. I checked my phone, and I have already made $7,000 today. So, yeah. It's crazy. So ad settings. So that's the power of ad settings. So you're a small tweak away. The ad, okay? So first off, what's great about the ad, you already have, I tell people copy as much as you freaking can. For the first 5 years of my affiliate marketing career, I never created a single ad. I hate creating ads. I hate creating landing. I just copy everything. So copy the AWOL ad. Copy ads you see working. Find ads that work and just copy them. Don't shoot them yourself. Just literally use Kiala's ad. It works. Use it to promote AWOL. But that being said, if you want to create your own ad, I think there's a lot of power to creating your own personal brand. I know one big thing that Kiala talks about is creating a brand around yourself, because at the end of the day, whether you're using an unbranded fan page or or your own name or whatever, we're salespeople of the internet. Whether your face is somewhere up there, whether it's just some logo, we're selling things on the internet. That's how you make money. And what's great is we don't have to talk to anybody to actually sell the stuff. So it's fantastic. Now, if you want to go that step and talk to people and do an ad and get crazy, so here's how to create an ad real quick. First off, in YouTube, the in-stream ads, they show for 5 seconds, and then you can click skip next, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? So you need to get some interest. You need to get a hook in that first 5 seconds. You can't be in Kiala's ad, he creates a level of comfort. He shows luxuries like, hey friend, Kiala Kanai here, but he's, the psychology, I believe, I don't know, I'm sure Kiala would know, but it's weird because you're not expecting somebody to be like, oh, friend, and you're seeing this big ass mansion, and you're like, oh, interesting, some rich dude, but he's really nice and personal and not an a-hole, or a douchebag. Now, whatever that ad is, whether you're in the next 5 seconds, in the next 43 seconds, I'm going to show you how I use the keto diet to lose 43 pounds. And not only that is I'm going to give you a special, I'm going to give you the 5 foods that you need to cut out of your diet right now that will instantly cause you to have more energy or something like that. You need to get a message out in the first 5 seconds really fast. whatever that claim is. I'm going to show you how to lose weight. I'm going to show you how I literally melted off fat. I'm going to show you how my skin became so beautiful that I went from being the quote-unquote ugly kid in school to to being, featured on Elle magazine and, getting the husband of my dreams or whatever. Whatever that claim is, you want to get it out really fast. And generally, all we're doing is we're showing before and after stories. You're saying, I went from this to this, from this to this, okay? No skills, no money, to making money and blah, 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 skills. You want to teach people things. So ultimately, what the internet wants, what we're all ultimately doing is we are feeding it information. We are feeding, we are going through a knowledge renaissance. We're all going through a collective enlightenment here, actually. The internet is all this information that was usually passed around, maybe, it's feeding into all of us. We all have the chance to basically evolve to the next level of income. We have, I won't even go into like all the problems people have and pass down to their children, blah, 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 but teach people things. I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can lose fat in the next 15 minutes if you stick with me through this video now, and you want to teach them a couple things. You want to show them a couple ways that they can lose weight. You want to show them a couple ways they can make money. In Kiala's video, he's teaching people in his YouTube ad. He's showing people something interesting. So teach people. And you always want to frame things with also the negative in your videos. You want to tell people what they can do it without. Notice I kind of start it's like people's brains love this. I tell you, I started without any prior experience. I started without any skills in this space. I started without knowing programming. The reason is because when people get an ad or when people meet a new person or whatever, they're always skeptical. Our brains are wired, just like from the time we were cavemen or women, we're wired to be skeptical of like everything. The news back there, fake news media is always trying to keep us in fear of things. So did somebody clap for the fake news media? Yeah, you fake news. But basically, the fear is pummeled into our brains since birth, and you want to frame things. So get rid of that skepticism by telling people what they can do it without. Okay, you can lose weight without dieting. You can lose weight without some expensive surgery. You can lose weight without having to, without dieting and without exercising and without expensive surgery. I mean, that's like, I don't know a product that does that, but the point is, it's, that is sexy. That sounds sexy. If you say that in an ad, like, look, in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to show you how to lose weight without dieting, without exercise, and without, that works. People are hooked. You want to have a call to action. I generally have a call to, like maybe a minute or a couple minutes in. You want to tell people, always tell people what the next step is. Always have one step. There's only ever give people one choice of what to do next. And, say the next step is download this PDF. I found a lot of success in just showing testimonials. So what I do in a lot of my ads, I started using testimonials in my ads for AWOL Academy. You can literally find testimonials and just chop up the best like 2-second bits and just throw them on the beginning of an ad or at the end of an ad, and it will instantly cause the ad to work better. You just take little testimonial snippets like, I couldn't believe it. Money just appeared, money just appeared in my computer. Like my computer threw money at my face. I made my first $5 million within a day. Like, oh my God, like whatever the testimonials are, pack them in. It's like, I was giving an example, like different people, right? Or it's like, wow, like I went, I lost 500 pounds. And then it's like, I lost 13 pounds and I got a rich husband. And it's like, I lost a bunch of weight and now I look ripped and I got some chicks. Like whatever those testimonials are, you throw them one after the other and that will cause an ad to work. And also have crazy, fun, memorable, self-aware motifs. If possible, self-awareness is the sexiest trait. Whether you are talking to investors, whether you are talking to just people in general, whether you're talking to your wife or husband, self-awareness is a really cool trait. So if you can be self-aware in videos, if you're the one doing the pitching, it's cool. And if you have like some sort of weird motif, you're like, look, I have gray hair and I'm wearing Patagonia, but you know what? I'm still, I'm a super crazy dude and you have no idea, or something like that. Like, sorry, I was trying to get you to smile, but I was talking to you. But I rage in, I have gray hair and wear Patagonia, but I rage in Vegas, and let me tell you exactly how, or something like that. I don't know. But, people, if people remember you as like the Patagonia jacket dude or something, it can be funny, and you can get known as that. Let me go to the next slide. So that's how to do ad. The landing page. Landing pages, after you tell people what to do next after the ad, from YouTube, you want to keep it really, really short. You want to just be collecting people's usually emails or, maybe their phone numbers, but keep it short, like name, email, phone number, because after a YouTube ad, people are in kind of like, people on YouTube are very, they're in like video watching mode. So you just need to get something. If you're going to go for their information, get it quick, take them to another video, okay? Or include a video on your landing page. Again, people in video watching mode, feed them more videos. That's what they want. That's why at like AWOL Academy, it's like a long form sales like webinar. Like that works, it's very congruent with YouTube, right? Because somebody's watching a video here and they get an ad, and then you're taking them to another video. So the offer should include, as I said, a video, webinar, VSL, sales pitch. This is most congruent. Again, you're always trying to make your marketing as congruent as possible. And a good way to do this is kind of like try to sit in your customer avatar's seat and try to imagine. And this is why women are such good marketers, is because they have empathy and they can understand if like marketing is congruent or not, or if it's, if something feels off. Like women are really good they just have better intuition than men, to spotting that. Yeah, woo woo, go women, pat yourself on the back. For YouTube, the offer, this is a huge one. It needs to have a broad mass market appeal to a very civilian populace. So if you just think of like walking down like Main Street in whatever town you guys are from, walking down Main Street, like just a random person, would a random person walking into be interested by this ad? If you're selling, if you're selling like, I don't know what, I'm trying to think of like a bad example of stuff to sell. Like you're not going to sell speakers. You're not going to sell speakers on YouTube. You're not going to sell some product that's like, hey, get this like special software that helps increase your internet marketing, list building, revenue, passive income. That's not going to sell on YouTube because YouTube is a broad audience. And you're trying to target a very specific thing. Specific targeting doesn't work super well on YouTube. So you want to, I named some examples of products that work, like weight loss. Weight loss is an amazing go-to thing that's really helpful for people. I think there's a lot of natural like supplements out there that are much better, for people. Whereas, let's get cut out some of those McDonald's ads and get some, like healthy, weight loss type stuff in there. Weight loss, skincare. I always go back to a lot of these big markets, energy supplements, muscle building supplements, helping people with relationships, self-improvement, business opportunities, investments. These are all insurance. These are all examples of like very broad kind of appeal stuff. Now, in conclusion, and I threw that picture up. That's a picture of me and a couple buddies. We rented some cars, and we went racing around Painted Canyon or something. There's some national park out here. It was really sick. And the guy in the middle is actually the Hispanic guy is an affiliate marketer. He's pulling in about 1.5 million a month right now. He doesn't like advertise anything about himself or anything in like any of his stuff. He has a number of people working for him now, and the other guy is a friend of mine from Vegas. So, in conclusion, don't be afraid to launch. Just do it, okay? Copy what already works. Okay, don't try to be creative here. My style might be a little different from Kiala's, but I try to never be a creative. If I think I have a good idea, I try to check my ego at the door. This is business. Where's the money? Where's my money? Okay? It's not about your ego. It's not about your ideas. We're trying to... Woo! Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got a bonus time. There I go. Yeah, creativity, check it at the door. Being afraid to launch, I'll give you another thing. So, with affiliate marketing, when you're working for yourself, you go through ups and downs and slumps and stuff like that. And I was going through this slump one time because it was after this gold investment program. They shut down their affiliate program for a little bit, and I was like, what do? I don't have any I don't have income stream. So what I did was really, I just said to myself, how do I make this work? Do I find a deal with another company or something? I don't know. But I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go what I need to do, because I know salespeople, what they do is they measure the number of calls they do per day. So, and that keeps them to a thing, because if you don't have numbers to measure yourself by, then you're just kind of flying blind. And, I knew an independent salesperson, and he was like, no, I always do 100 calls a day. And that's his thing. So, that keeps him in there. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to launch an ad campaign every single day. I'm going to launch it for a new, for a new product or something. I'm just going to launch every single day. And if you guys want to take this challenge, I encourage you to. But I said for this next month, this next 30 days, I'm going to launch at least a few, an ad set or something, a few ads every single day. And I did that. And that got me, not only did it get me out of my slump, but it really helped propel me. That's what propelled me to my first $1 million year. So because I got some profitable campaigns going. So don't be afraid to launch. Remember, this is your job. Your job is to influence other people here. So your job is to put up ads and help convey information or get them to go through sales pages or whatever. Get the stuff out there. Put the ads up. Affect people. Influence people. Also, there is no perfect in marketing. For those of you who are here have a pretty good mindset, but a real beginner mindset is people are looking for the perfect thing and they won't take any action until they understand every intricate detail. There is no perfect in sales. There is no perfect sales pitch. It's connection. You can't have a perfect sales pitch. There's no such thing. It's all. So don't shoot for perfect. Did I get a second bonus time? Yeah, I got a second bonus time. Woo, I'm loving it. Keep it coming. And then also remove negative influences from your life. Okay, if there's negative people, if there's negative, just remove negative influences from your life. It's a huge thing. Massively helpful. Don't chase opportunities. Say no more than you say yes. There's so many opportunities out there. I bet you guys are on an average of like 20 or 30 different email lists. I am, so don't chase the opportunities. There's shiny objects everywhere, right? There's so much winning out right nowadays. Don't focus on one thing. So many people don't do this right. Focus on one thing. Dedicate yourself to it. Make it happen. Surround yourself with super badasses. Surround yourself with people that are moving to where you want to be or who are where you want to be. You know, and also, and if you guys want to follow along, I have a vlog, so feel free to follow me on YouTube. But thank you guys all for being here. I hope I served you guys. You guys are badasses. And here's to you. So, awesome. Have a good one.